Essential services skills, staying in step with your customer. Why is there such a big disconnect between what the customer expects and what companies think they should expect?
Well, that's a great question, and that's one of the things we discuss in the Sprint uh, program, and we call it a gap. It's a listening gap. Bain and Company did research several years ago, 350 different companies, and they found that 80% of companies believe they're providing superior service. But when they asked the customers, are you getting superior service? Only 8% said that they are. So there's a major, major disconnect. Now, the second part of your question as to why, it's because I think sometimes the corporations focus on the product. People expect the food to be cooked correct in a restaurant. They expect the plane to arrive on time. They expect the engineering documents to be done right. The disconnect, I believe, is in the experience. I mean, you can have a perfectly timed flight and land on time, maybe even early, but customers can get off saying, I'll never fly that airline again.
How can leaders give their employees more ownership over getting customer feedback?
You know, when I think about that, a couple things come to mind. First of all, Benjamin Franklin, he said the critics are our friends because they actually tell us or will share with us what's wrong. Only 4% of people will actually chew you out. The other 96% will just leave without saying a word. So Federal Express has, one of their platforms is to ask for the criticism. They want to know if their customers are not happy because they want that data to make change. They actually have metrics on a weekly basis that manages all people and shows them where the criticisms come in, and then they make efforts to change that on a weekly basis. Think about it like this. If it didn't go great or wasn't superior, don't you want to know about it as a professional? And secondly, your company should want to know that, not to get you in trouble, but just to tweak. I call it an in-flight correction, right? When a plane's off 2 degrees, no big deal for a couple seconds, but in a half hour, it's way off course. So if something's wrong, in that 2 degrees, let's change it now to keep it on course and not let it become a problem.
How can we help customers understand their own role in being collaborators in a great service process?
What customers care about is the experience itself. The product they expect to be okay, but it's the experience we sometimes don't hear. It starts with listening, and listening on a variety of fronts. It's not enough just to do a survey, for example. You want to listen on a variety of fronts. So one way is quantitative and qualitative data on your clients. You got to remember something, clients' expectations change with time. One of the things we talk about in the GAPS module is that frontline employees might be your best resource for listening to the client because they're the ones dealing with them.
How can people learn more about the GAPS model?
People can learn more, corporations can learn more about the listening GAPS model and a number of other service design tools that we offer in the Sprint program. Simply come to the link wpcarey.asu.edu/sprint. And we'll be happy to have an overview of the program there.
Consider joining us at the next Service Process and Innovation Sprint, April 5th through 9th, 2021, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Time, live and via Zoom. For more information, visit wpcarey.asu.edu/sprint.